The public is waiting for the government to release the final protocol for travelers. Let's bring in now our Rex Remitio, who checked the situation at the Parañaque bus terminal. Rex, tell us what took place there, and were there travelers confused with these ever-changing measures from the national government?
Well, Rico, should they get swabbed or not? This is what many passengers are asking, and until now, fully vaccinated travelers are waiting for an answer. One passenger that we talked to, Erlinda Perino, who is fully vaccinated, was supposed to go to Camarines Sur. She thought she just had to present her vaccination card and did not need a swab test. But when she got to the terminal, she was surprised when she was told to get an antigen test first.
Kasi sa balita ni Harry Roque, ano na daw? Pwede na daw magbiyahe. Eh di, sa bagay sir, nung paplano-plano pa lang, nung nagsabi si Harry Roque, ay salamat ka ko. Eh tapos nung nagbili ako ng ticket, kailangan pa daw ng swab. Bali, wala pala kako ito. Anong klase ito? Complete na ako.
Minsan magulo kasi yung mga minsan ng government, yung mga sinasabi nila, minsan di, lalo na kami, may mga edad kami, minsan di na namin maintindihan.
And that's another passenger, Lani Baliktar. She's bound for Bicol and is also confused. She says a swab test is too expensive at 850 pesos. The PITX management explains they're just implementing IATF's policies. But they too admit it's hard to abide by the ever-changing requirements. The management says when the IATF announced that swab testing is no longer a travel requirement, they coordinated with local governments, but some LGUs opposed the new rule. For one, they say hospitals in some provinces are not equipped to respond to a COVID surge. We also spoke to officials of some local governments like Catanduanes. One official says they're also confused, but they have to obey. They also have yet to devise a system to validate vaccination cards, which can be fake.
Babago na naman kami ng EO, babago na naman kami ng policy. So, siguro right now we are at a point that we are confused. But yun nga po, we are left with no system to follow yung guidelines.
For both the PITX and Catanduanes, travelers should not go to the provinces unless necessary. They should also have get swabbed if they really need to travel. They're also hoping the IATF issues a clearer policy soon. Back to you.
Well, Rex, you mentioned some local governments don't have a system yet to validate if a vaccine card is authentic or fake. And yet, the IATF earlier announced vaccine cards can be used as a travel requirement instead of a swab test result. So, what is the Tourism Department planning regarding this?
Well, the Tourism Department is urging local governments to make sure that only those with legitimate vaccine cards are allowed to enter their jurisdictions. But the DOT, however, did not mention how LGUs can exactly do it, since this is the same problem of LGUs like that which Catanduanes encounters. Rico.
Based on your interviews, Rex, it seems these fast-changing policies are causing a lot of confusion. The government doesn't really have one voice. So what's the IATF's plan to basically clear things out?
Well, the IATF is still discussing what their next step will be. They've been meeting since 2 in the afternoon. We're not sure when they will announce their new policy, if it's by tonight or tomorrow. We've been closely monitoring IATF's announcement, and we will deliver it to you as soon as we get the details. Back to you.
Rex Remitio, thank you so much for that update.